I was thinking of the idea of I spaced audience, the audience, um, the idea of audience capture, my fear of the audience, um, the projection, possibly. I don't know. In that final episode of Daredevil, um, my heater just turned on. In that final episode of Daredevil, um, there was something that made me cry, and I don't really understand what it was that made me cry, but it was very unexpected, and I I think it had something to do with the audience or my relationship with the people from Facebook, because in that trial, it was during the trial scene where they were talking about faces and everything, which I had reference to a few days prior to that. For anybody on Facebook that is watching these and refuses to admit, anyways, and my wife as well if you're watching these. But what was I talking about? Ugh, she blanks my mind. Yes, right. The trial, the crowd. Like, I wonder how much of it is me, how much of it is like in the context of 666. I wonder how much of it is me. I wonder how much of it is my issues with the human trafficking within the community, and how much of it was the vitriol from streamers and people that I interacted with. Because, like I said, over the last few years, my life has consisted of arguing, you know? But the idea of of audience capture, the idea of like I don't know. I feel like I really need to watch that Primeval show, but at the same time, like it's just again we're talking about left and right within the organization, and at the same time, if we're being completely honest, I don't I love my do I love my family? I think I do, possibly. The thing is, I'm protecting the soul. Maybe, possibly, who knows? At this point, I may be the devil, but in doing so, in protecting the soul, I am essentially protecting my family because they have been protecting the soul or keeping the soul alive throughout, throughout the entire history of this book. So Yeah, and maybe even prior to that, I have no idea because the language is all hidden, and I don't know. I don't know. That like one of the things that I was thinking about, like replying to my wife, like here's how the conversation went in my head. Okay, I know that it's not going to be like that when I if she replies, but in my head it was like, it says here that you're one of them. Who was they? Who knows? And then I just repeat, who knows? Who knows? Who knows? I don't like talking to people. I like making up little scenarios in my head, and I like, well, at this point, the little scenarios are like, my inside is out. Just like the outside is in, my inside is out. I really need to rewatch Inside by Bo and Burnham. I've been meaning to over the last few days. Listen, listen, listen.